Hey y'all, this is Daniel Larson, Grow Mail Marketing. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about product market fit and what it means for your business, how it's going to make or break your business, how it's going to make you rich or poor. Um, Something that a lot of people overlook, and you really can't afford to overlook it because you can spend a ton of money and just hear crickets if you overlook product market fit. On the flip side of that, if you think first about product market fit before you do your advertising, ideally before you do your product design and make your product and spend money to have it manufactured, you think about product market fit and you prepare yourself to find that spot in the market where you're going to make your money. And that's more or less what product market fit boils down to. Um, but let's take a step back. So out there, what's your market? It's a set of people, hopefully who are like each other, are similar to each other, have similar needs, similar wants, desires, things they don't like, things that they hopefully don't like about the products that are available, or maybe wish was different about the products that are available or solutions that were available. And they might hang out in the same places. They might, which they usually do. They'll read similar magazines, watch similar shows, follow similar celebrities or influencers. Don't really like that word, but they used to just be sports celebrities or professionals in that sport, whether it's a pro skateboarder like Tony Hawk or pro fisherman like Bill Dance. You've got those people who are deep in that sport, and everybody who's enthusiastic about that sport is going to be following them. That's your market. So there are a couple things that define that market when it comes to product market fit. That's one, that they have a need. They all have that need in common, or many of them have that need in common. And two, that there are enough people in that market to make it worth your while. So there are enough people who have the same need in that market. Those two things combined. That's what determines your product market fit. Or that's what determines the market part of it. The product part of it is what you do to fill that need. Now, that's really kind of I don't want to say it's the easy part, but it's the easier part, because identifying that need and determining, how many of them there are and how well served that need is already, and whether you can serve it better, that's really the hardest part, and that's where a lot of the money is actually made. And there are things that play into that, like timing. Is that market ready for a solution to that problem yet? Do they know about that problem yet? So those are just some more nuances on the market side. With the product side, are you actually making a product that improves enough over what's out there to help their need, solve their problem, take away some of the things that annoy them about life, make their life easier, make their life better, save them money, save them time, give them more pleasure, give them more status among their peers. These are the things that people react to and act on when they buy. So are you doing that in such a way that those people are going to be willing to spend money on your product? So we'll go back to the market. Are there enough people are there people who have the same need? Are there enough of them to make a market that you can sell a lot to? And are you able to solve it with a product? And are you able to solve it well enough improvement to where they'll spend money and maybe spend money again to solve that need? They may have already spent money to try to meet that need before, and you're trying to get them to spend more money. So can you do those things in a way that matches up with that market? That's product market fit. A lot of people they start with the product, and they don't necessarily look that much at the market. They don't look that much at the needs, and they especially don't look into whether there are enough of them. And that's probably the most common mistake people make, is that they see a few people in that market who need the product, and we all want to believe that we've got an idea that's big. This is going to be huge. Well, you really have to look and see if it has the potential to be huge. Are there enough of those people who want that? I've seen some really cool products that a few people wanted, but there weren't enough people that wanted it. Definitely not enough to make a sustainable business. There were enough to make, some of them it's enough to make a quick buck and maybe even a profit, but a lot of times it's just enough to keep you going and try to make something work to ultimately fail. So that's really why you want to look into that before you go spend all that money and years of time figuring that out, because it can be the hard way. So you definitely want to avoid that. You want to look for that market. You want to look at the people. You want to make sure that they have a need and that there are enough of them to buy it. You want to make sure that you can make a product to meet that need, and that you can do it in such a way that they will spend the amount of money that you need in order to make a profit over an extended period of time by making that product.